Do you ever feel like your mind is filled with noise, thoughts running in every direction but taking you nowhere? What if I told you that most people never truly think clearly, and this is the reason why they stay stuck in life? Today, I'll show you the hidden art of thinking clearly. An art that, once mastered, will make you unstoppable in decision-making, relationships, and your own peace of mind. Because thinking clearly is not just about intelligence. It's about learning to see the world as it is, not as your emotions or fears want it to be. The illusion of thinking clearly. We often believe that just because we are thinking clearly. But thinking is not clarity. Thinking is the process. Clarity is the outcome. Most people never question their thoughts. They never pause to ask, where is this thought coming from? Is it driven by fear, anger, ego, or truth? Is it useful or is it just noise? Imagine a radio that is out of tune. You hear static mixed with the music. That static is your unexamined emotion. Your assumptions. Your biases. Until you learn to tune your inner radio, you will keep confusing noise with wisdom. Slow down to speed up. Clear thinking begins with slowing down. In modern life, we pride ourselves on speed. Fast replies. Fast decisions. Fast results. But wisdom never lives in speed. Wisdom lives in patience. When you slow down your mind, you allow it to process deeply rather than react superficially. Before replying to someone's question, pause for 2 seconds. Before deciding something important, sleep on it. Before forming an opinion, gather facts. Slowing down does not mean laziness. It means giving your brain time to see what is hidden beneath the obvious. The enemy, emotional thinking. Most unclear thinking comes from emotion. When you are angry, sad, scared, or insecure, your brain stops processing reality and starts processing emotion. For example, when angry, you see others as enemies. When insecure, you see yourself as unworthy. When scared, you see everything as dangerous. Clear thinking means separating what you feel from what is real. Ask yourself, what is the objective reality here, beyond my feelings? That question alone will pull you out of emotional blindness. Write to think clearly. Writing is the most powerful tool to think clearly. Why? Because thoughts in your mind are swirling in loops. When you write, you force them to line up logically on paper. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, wrote his meditations not to teach others, but to clear his own mind. Seneca wrote letters to process his inner storms. Even modern CEOs and military leaders journal daily to clarify decisions. Here's a powerful practice. 1. Morning pages. Every morning, write 3 pages of whatever comes to your mind. Don't edit, just flow. This cleans your mental clutter. Decision journaling. When facing a big decision, write down. What is the decision? Why do I want to choose this path? What am I afraid of? What is the worst that can happen? What is the best that can happen? This simple act will bring immediate clarity. Know the outcome first. Unclear thinkers wander because they don't know where they're going. Clear thinkers always begin with the end in mind. Ask yourself, what is the purpose of this thought or decision? What outcome do I want? When your mind knows the destination, it stops wasting energy on irrelevant ideas. For example, if you are thinking about whether to start a business, first ask, what outcome do I want from starting this business? Is it freedom? Money? Impact? Without knowing this, your thoughts will keep spiraling in fear and confusion, reduce information overload. A clear mind is not full of everything. It is full of what matters. Modern humans consume more information in a day than people 200 years ago consumed in a year. No wonder our minds are foggy. Here are steps to reduce cognitive noise. Turn off notifications. Check email and social media only twice a day. Read fewer articles, but read deeply. Unfollow accounts that add no real value to your life. Your mental bandwidth is precious. Treat it like a limited resource. The power of asking questions. Clear thinkers are defined not by their answers, but by their questions. Socrates, the father of Western philosophy, never claimed to have answers. He asked questions that forced people to examine their beliefs. Here are powerful clarity questions. What evidence do I have for this thought? Is this thought helping or harming me? What would I advise a friend in my situation? Will this matter in 5 years? Questions cut through the fog like a sword through darkness. Separate fact from opinion. Our minds constantly confuse opinions for facts. Example. Fact, he arrived late. Opinion, he doesn't respect me. Clear thinking requires labeling your thoughts accurately. Every time you notice your mind forming a story, ask. Is this a fact or my opinion? This simple distinction will save you from countless misunderstandings. Embrace silence. We fear silence because it forces us to face our real thoughts. But silence is the womb of clarity. Spend at least 10 minutes a day in complete silence. No phone. No music. No conversation. Just you and your breathing. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. Your mind will resist. But slowly, you will start hearing your deepest truths beneath the surface noise. Strengthen your mind-body connection. Your physical state affects your mental clarity. When your body is tired, stressed, or malnourished, your thinking becomes scattered. Get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Stay hydrated. Move your body, walking, stretching, or exercise. Eat foods that fuel your brain, nuts, leafy greens, fish, eggs. A strong body gives birth to a strong, clear mind. Learn to let go. Many thoughts are simply unnecessary. We keep thinking about things that don't matter, past mistakes, future fears, other people's opinions. Clear thinkers master the art of letting go. When a thought is not serving your purpose, simply say, "Thank you, mind, but this is not useful right now." And return to the present task. Letting go is not avoidance. It is prioritizing what matters. Practice humility. Ego clouds thinking. When you believe you know everything, your mind shuts down to learning. Clarity comes with humility, the acceptance that your knowledge is limited and can always be refined. Say often, "I could be wrong. Let me learn more before deciding." This openness turns your thinking into a lifelong journey of wisdom. Visualization for clarity. Top athletes, leaders, and performers use visualization to think clearly under pressure. Before an important conversation, presentation, or decision. 1. Close your eyes. 2. Visualize yourself handling it with calm and clarity. 3. See yourself thinking slowly, speaking confidently, and staying composed. Your brain will rehearse this pathway and make it easier to access in real life. Accept uncertainty. One major block to clear thinking is the fear of uncertainty. We think that if we analyze more, we will remove all risk. But clarity is not about removing risk. It is about making the best possible choice with the information you have. Accept that uncertainty is part of life. Instead of fearing it, ask. Given what I know now, what is the wisest decision? Then act. Adjust later if needed. Filter advice carefully. Everyone has opinions about your life. If you listen to all of them, you'll drown in confusion. Clear thinkers choose their mentors wisely. They seek advice only from people who have achieved what they want. People who live with integrity and wisdom. Filter out the rest. Too many voices will only cloud your inner voice. The role of gratitude in clear thinking. Gratitude clears the mind of entitlement, resentment, and fear. When you're grateful, your mind focuses on what is working instead of what is lacking. Every morning, list 3 things you are grateful for. This rewires your brain to think positively and clearly. Living with clear thinking. Thinking clearly is not something you do once. It is a way of life. It is the difference between existing and living consciously. When you think clearly, you choose relationships wisely. You use your time effectively. You speak with confidence. You live without regret. Today, you've learned the timeless art of thinking clearly, an art that sages, warriors, and leaders mastered to rise above ordinary minds. But knowledge without action is nothing. Starting today, implement these principles. Slow down, ask questions, write your thoughts, and separate emotion from truth. If this helped you see your mind in a new light, subscribe to this channel, because in the next episode, we'll uncover how to train your brain to never be controlled by fear again.